Hey guys, welcome back to another M1 Finance Account video. This one is entitled High Dividend Investing. That's the name of my portfolio. It's another portfolio on the M1 Finance Account platform. I think in the last video I showed my Roth IRA. This is a completely different portfolio. It's actually a cash account and it's entitled High Dividend Investing. So what I'm trying to do, you guys can see I'm just experimenting with the M1 Finance account pie charts. You guys can look at my pie here. You can already see some stocks in the portfolio. You see Pfizer, you see Texas Instruments, you see TELUS Corporation, Canadian telecom stock. But one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video is the M1 Finance account trading windows. Something that you have to get used to when you're on the M1 Finance account, because when you put in a trade and you're waiting for that trade to sort of kick in, it doesn't kick in right away like the Robinhood app. So when you're on the Robinhood app, and you're trading, you're trying to trade your stocks and stuff, you can immediately buy that stock and you'll instantly have that stock in your portfolio. On the M1 Finance account, it's a little bit different. They have something called trading windows. So when you buy a stock, it actually kicks in on the next day. And I know a lot of investors, they don't know how they feel about that. Now, if you're a long-term investor and you have a long-term mindset, then that should be no problem. But there was times where, I'm still trying to figure out this app. I really do like the features with the app. I love how it's commission free, just like Robinhood. But for whatever reason, I had my auto invest turned off on this account. And what happened was I had put in another $1,000, and when I had my stock choices, the ones that I wanted to buy when the market was taking, it didn't kick in right away. So what happened in my Roth IRA, that kicked in because I had auto invest turned on, but in this portfolio, I had it turned off for some reason. And I think this is the same portfolio I had when I was experimenting with the esports portfolio. I recently took all those stocks out and I replaced them with another high dividend portfolio, which is the one that you're seeing right now. But I just want to see something. If it says pull to refresh, I'm trying to pull to refresh here, and I'm going to see if it updates or not. I think it did. $22.87. I think it may have just updated, but yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that, about those trading windows, since I can't trade immediately. That's one of the things I like on the Robinhood app. In my Robinhood portfolio, I can just buy something and there you go. That's the end of that. But let's take a look at some of the stuff I have. We already see Pfizer, Texas Instruments, TELUS Communications, TELUS Corporation. That's a Canadian telecom stock. Cisco Systems, Pepsi, Starbucks, Shell, Intel, Walgreens, Lockheed Martin, Duke Energy, PPL Corporation, Colgate, Palmolive Corporation, Home Depot, Johnson & Johnson, Bank of America, Caterpillar, Waste Management, and Public Storage. So those are my stock choices. And this is another sort of portfolio that I'm just going to set and forget about. So you guys see what I'm trying to do. I'm setting these portfolios. That's why I like the M1 Finance account. I can do this. I can just make a pie chart with 20 of the highest paying dividend stocks that I know of and just leave it alone and not touch it and just keep sort of creating that passive income. So unlike the Roth IRA, where I can't take out the money, because if I take out the money, I'll be taxed for it. It's actually tax shelter income, but this is a cash account. This is something that I can just pull the money out or whatever I want to, and if it does, I do have auto invest turned back on. So if it does get up to $10, it'll auto invest my underweight stocks. So that's pretty cool. I guess I could show some more statistics if anyone is just interested in seeing what I'm doing here. High dividend investing. This is another pie portfolio. It's not the Roth IRA. This is a cash account that I just recently made. Holdings 20, expenses 0 because I don't have any ETFs, and the dividend yield is just around 3%, a little close to 350. But that's not bad. That's actually quite good. I love to be around that sort of 3 to 5% dividend yield, because those are very solid percentages that you want to be. I think anything over 6%, and I think you have to question the stability of the dividend. I think 11% is definitely high, but I have seen some companies hold down that 11%. Somewhat similarly speaking to NRZ, they have 11% dividend right now that I think they pay like 50 cents. It's incredible. But yeah, so guys, you guys see my portfolio in a nutshell, $1,022.03. So it just recently kicked in. I like these companies a lot. I talked about Johnson & Johnson before, how I had Johnson & Johnson. I had that in a Robinhood portfolio, and I took out the money for Johnson & Johnson. I put it in my M1 Finance account. It just makes sense. I just like the M1 Finance account because it caters to my long-term principles, if that makes any sense. It caters to me just setting like a pie graph and just leaving it alone. Like even my Roth IRA, I'm putting more money in my Roth IRA. Is the new year. I know the Dow Jones was down 350 points this morning, 350. I think it was down 350 points this morning. But yeah, I like the companies that I have, and you know what? I'm actually thinking about making another portfolio, another pie portfolio with the M1 Finance account. That's one thing I love about this app, because you just keep making these pies, and you can just go wild with it. You can start experimenting. You can start getting clever with it. And normally, when I was on the Robinhood, the Robinhood app, I used to hate doing that. I used to hate starting getting clever and started selling stuff and selling Apple and this and that. I sold Apple when it was like 220 or 217 around that. I actually turned it out to be a good move. But I've said before, I'm not scared to take the money, but I like to think of myself as a long-term investor, and I want to sort of generate some passive income. I want to generate some more money on the side where I can just check my accounts. I can see what's going on. And then I say, oh, wow, I have an unexpected $20 just sitting here. Well, let me just put it back into my bank account. And, I'll just keep doing that over and over and over again. So you guys see how to compound invest and how to create passive income. It takes a lot of work to really research these companies and, put some solid companies in your portfolio. Don't put anything like, I was experimenting with the monthly dividends and a whole bunch of those older M1 Finance account videos, but I like what I have, what I'm doing right now, because it's just more stability. It's just more. It's a lot of stability here. I had a whole bunch of real estate and those old M1 Finance account videos, and even though I was getting paid monthly, which was really good, I really enjoyed getting paid monthly. There was a lot of high dividend percentage stocks that I was looking at. I'm like, man, is that dividend stable? Gladstone Corporation, I know they've been paying for a while, but that dividend is like close to like 9% or something like that. So, I want some companies. I want my portfolio to grow while I'm getting paid on the side, while I'm getting paid that passive income. And I think that's what everybody should be looking forward to, just getting paid on the side, not trying to do much, and sit back and let the computers do the work. That's pretty much the stock market in general. I would say the stock market in general is controlled by, I would say, around 80% algorithm of choices that these computers make, and I think like 20% of the rest of the market is actually being managed by fund managers, but portfolio managers, people like me that just that are trading, day traders, and this and that. But it's mostly machine driven. There's a lot of algorithms. There's a lot of stop losses kicking in. There's a lot of margin calls when the markets start tanking real bad, and that's something that you have to know. So. I want my portfolio to be algorithm control. I want the machines to do the work, because it really just gives me more freedom, if that makes any sense. It gives me more freedom to do other projects, and you guys see what I'm trying to do. So I'm making a project with M1 Finance Roth IRA, and now I'm making a project with these other pie portfolios. So I'm going to make this pie portfolio, and then I'm going to start researching more and getting some more high dividend paying dividend stocks into another portfolio, and then I'm going to probably make another one, and then another. I'm just getting I'm getting ideas to generate more passive income. But so. You guys can see the stats here. Current value. I started I started this portfolio 10/10/2018. I think this is where I started doing like the esports and stuff. But I've recently turned this into another high dividend investing account. The total game is minus $26. Only because that's what I said. I had this before and I'm just changing it up. I'm pretty sure over time, like a long time, that's going to change. The market gain, total gain is going to change. But that's going to do it, guys. Again, you guys could see another 20 shares in this portfolio. I just saw Walgreens, Caterpillar, Public Storage, Waste Management. Interesting stock that's in the portfolio. Very defensive. Waste Management pays a pretty good yield. I like them a lot. I think they contribute a lot to this portfolio. Intel, Pepsi. I saw Starbucks there. Cisco. So yeah, a lot of good companies. Pretty good. But let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, whatever. And I'll see you next time.